Well, good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the Home Weather Office on this Wednesday morning. It is now the 26th day of June, 2024. This is the morning briefing coming to you from the Home Weather Office, and as I look out the window, there's still a few clouds out there today. Not as many as yesterday, and the clouds we have now will be thinning out as we go through the day today. And it looks as though any threat of showers or thunderstorms will be well east of the crest of the Sierra today. Saw some pretty good showers yesterday along 395. I took that drive myself, went down toward Bridgeport and saw some of the thunderstorms. Saw some lightning on the east side, so yeah, it was a pretty fun day. All of that activity will be much, much farther to the east today. And what we're going to see today is cooler weather. Especially as we head through the evening, we're going to see a much better delta breeze. So with that, let's start off with the satellite this morning, because we not only have the clouds that are going by the area this morning, thicker clouds off to the east, and this is where we'll see any shower activity. But the other thing is we have a pretty solid marine layer. Yeah, that's the low cloudiness, kind of obscured here by the higher clouds going overhead. But you can see that we do have the marine layer into Monterey and Carmel, Santa Cruz, as well as into parts of Sonoma County and farther to the north. So that's all good, but what you also need is you need it also to be relatively deep, and you need a good onshore breeze. So let's take a 3D look at the marine layer, and for that we'll use the Fort Ord Profiler and see how the marine layer is doing today. For those of you that have not seen this before, this is a 24-hour look at how the marine layer has looked off of Fort Ord. So this is yesterday, first thing in the morning, and this is today. And what you're looking at, the areas of red indicate warmer temperatures aloft, 26 degrees C. The purplish color, that's only 12 degrees, 11.9 degrees C. So you have warmer air over colder air. The colder air indicates the marine layer, if you will. And so the depth is over here on the left. On the far left is where the depth is. So now it's up over 1,000 feet. Yesterday it was under 1,000 feet. And that's why downtown Sacramento, even with a bit of a breeze, hit 100 degrees, although other areas were under 100. So we have a deepening marine layer, and it's up and down the coast. So what about the wind? Well, for that, we use a different model, and this is the way CANSAC shows the wind this afternoon at 5 o'clock. A nice increasing onshore breeze, rather windy on the east side of the Sierra. Let me step back a few hours because that's 5 o'clock. So as we go toward the middle part of the day, this is 11 o'clock in the morning. The breeze isn't all that strong, but it's the right direction. So that's why temperatures will warm, but then once we get into the late afternoon and evening hours, then we will see that really good delta breeze come in and help to lower temperatures. So for those of you that have thought that the evenings have been pretty warm lately, and they have been, I think tonight is going to be a more comfortable evening, and that will set the stage for a cooler day on Thursday, even though we will not be seeing the delta breeze as strong during Thursdays. Let me fast forward to Thursday afternoon. As you can see, the breeze isn't as strong, but we'll get off to a cooler start, and I think Thursday throughout the area is going to turn out to be a much better day. Also talked about the chance of where the showers or thunderstorms might be. I'll show you the HRRR with that, and as you can see, this is this afternoon, and all of the activity is well east of the crest of the Sierra. There may be some buildups east of Mono Lake, and then off toward all the way across Nevada and into Salt Lake City and points east, and especially into southern Utah as well. Looks like a typical monsoon pattern. We have the moisture coming up from the south, touches off these afternoon showers. Well, something to keep in mind, let me move this over so you can see Utah a little bit better. Something to keep in mind. As we get into the next few months, it's obviously big vacation time for a lot of folks, and the national parks in Utah are spectacular. But one that always has me a little worried is down towards Zion. When you start getting the thunderstorms in Zion, you can have flash floods in some of those slot canyons. So if you just as an aside, if you do have a family trip planned to Zion this summer, always keep your eye on the forecast because of the possibility of thunderstorms there in the afternoons. If you've ever been in those slot canyons, you know they're spectacular, but you know they're also slot canyons for a reason. Water does flow through them sometimes at a rather alarming rate. All right, let's take a look at the big picture. And so, yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. This is the 500 millibar chart. Let me make sure we're all the way back to the beginning here, and we are. So let's talk about what's going to happen over the next week or so. We have this little trough that goes by, and that helps to keep the temperatures down tomorrow. It helps to increase that delta breeze later on today. So temperatures will be warm, but not overly hot. We will warm up, however, a little bit into the weekend. Let's see what day we're up to now. This is Friday. Friday's still pretty comfortable, but on Saturday, looks like Saturday there's going to be just enough ridging here to perhaps get us back into the upper 90s or so. A little trough on Sunday should increase the breeze. However, next week, as we head toward the 4th of July, we have the offshore flow. That's not good. And then look at the pattern that develops as we head toward the 4th itself. This is the 4th of July. If this is true, and this is more than a week out, so this is the 4th of July, that pattern is a hot pattern for California, no doubt about it. Offshore winds, big high in here, that would send temperatures up over 100 degrees for the 4th of July. And that would probably last for a couple of days anyway. If that's true. We'll see how that pans out over the next few days as you make your plans for the 4th of July. That's still, again, a little more than a week away. But just kind of keep that in the back of your mind that while temperatures will be warm over the next couple of days, we could see some heat maybe next week for the holiday. We'll see how that pans out. In the meantime, today should turn out pretty comfortable. We'll see temperatures in the valley in the mid-90s, and a really good breeze should come up this afternoon to bring in some cooling. So if you have any outdoor plans tonight, or if you just want to have the windows open and use the whole house fan to cool up the house later on tonight, that should work out tonight. That's everything I've got for you this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.